Assalamualaikum guys, welcome to another Dragon Ball Fighter character breakdown. This time doing the character breakdown of Blue Goku, the one of the more popular but yet maybe people calls him a sleep hit and like he's a sleeper character, but let's break him down and see how much of a sleeper he really is and show his strengths and weaknesses in my opinion. But be warned that this is not a really high level Dragon Ball Fighter Z player, so like some of my opinions may be wrong. So feel free to comment down below what I got wrong and do correct me up in the comment section down below, and let's get into the video. So following the format, I will first go through Goku specials, then his block buttons and block strings, and then onto his neutral plan and assist. So Goku Blue has three types of specials. Quarter cycle forward and quarter cycle back variant back varies in the air. So first is quarter cycle forward special, that is his divine voice strike. This is a shoulder tackle basically, and it's a the light version is 9 frames up close, and then there's the medium variant which is 22 frames from further away, but somewhere around 14 frames, and it goes up to about 75% of the screen, but a little less than that. And there's the heavy version which actually grows from full screen and crosses up the opponent. Anywhere on the screen, it tracks mildly, but mostly to the opponent's position. It will go to that horizontally. Not, it doesn't track vertically. It does track, but to a really certain extent. But mostly, it will track to the horizontal position of the enemy. And through lapping it out a bit, I found out that the best way to actually deal with both Beige Vegetas and Blue Goku's cross-up special is actually to just react with a 5-8 when they do it on the ground. But if they are in the air, then they'll be a little bit high up, a little bit off the ground, and so you can anti-air them, but I'd say the best possible solution is actually going for 5-8. It works at least 90% of the time when you react to it like properly. C is most probably the best option you should go for when you see them, when you see the flash going off. This special also contains another special property, that is the ability to go through any type of key blast or projectiles, including that doesn't have any kind of higher priority. It will go through any type of projectile. All of the variants, both all heavy, medium, light, all of them. Onto the quarter cycle background variant special of Bluetooth, that is his command grab, shocking god flash. The light version cannot be actually incorporated into any kind of block string because the range is too small, and due to pushback they will be always pushed out of the range of the command grab, and henceforth the command grab will not be you will not be able to incorporate it in any kind of block string because of the pushback through the normals that you hit. As you can see, they will whiff, but the follow up is a punch, so which will keep you, because it is -5 on block. It doesn't, even in the corner you cannot incorporate it in any kind of block string. To be able to incorporate it and actually make the command grab land on your opponents, you have to incorporate some different type of inputs like dashing up to them and doing the command grab, like as I will try to demonstrate, and like that, and or either you by using assist by locking them down and then incorporating the command grab. Hookgang God actually shows the best application of this by using the masterful use of Piccolo A assist and then incorporating this command grab because of the faster 17 frames, and then also using the chaos of Piccolo's air assist into his favor and then incorporating in the command grab. Onto the medium command grab. The medium command grab reaches the furthest from the starting position. It will be able to grab the opponent even a bit further back, but nothing more than that. Beware that it doesn't have any follow-up if you whiff it. The heavy command grab is a mix of both, is the best of both worlds. It has both the range of the medium command grab and also the follow-up on whiff, and you can actually get an easy conversion of it. It gives you a massive wall bounce, and you can then definitely convert it of a simple conversion mid-screen. I also forgot to mention medium one. You can actually convert meterlessly off the medium one as well, but that's only in the corner. Beware, even though Goku disappears, but there is no invincibility frames on any of the command grabs, because even though Goku disappears off of the screen, your opponent can easily hit you off the command grab while it's in animation, and be careful how you use it because it's easily mashable. That combo allows me to segue perfectly into the next Goku Blue special, that is the Dragon Flash kick. This is basically Blue Goku's dive kick, and it is only performable in the air, and this has again 3 variants, but the angle of the dive kicks of all the 3 variants are very steep, and all of them are the same angle. None of them actually reach from full screen, and all of them have practically the same amount of travel distance, and yeah. The frame data for all of them are most same. Only the heavier is faster, and also the heavier on block has an instant transmission teleportation, which will allow you to cross up the opponent and set up various mix using assist. Light version is 40 frames. The heavy version is actually the fastest, with being 13 frames on 11 frames in a block string. Unlike a similar character based off of Goku Black's dive kick actually reaches full screen and at a really shallow angle than Bluku, and this is practically helps him in moving around the screen and also helping him in neutral while allowing the sniper super dashes and stuff. But Bluku's one doesn't really apply like that. It's mostly a combo tool and a combo and a block string ender. As you can see, none of them like reaches the opponent, and the main application as far as I can see is to like either escape out of the corner after an uptake or end in a block string, like because it has a really safe frame after block. But Goku has been blessed with a EX dive kick which crosses up on block, which allows actually starts up an animation of cross up by doing a instant transmission and putting him behind the opponent suspended in the air, allowing him to like go for various mix, like going for empty jump low or a cross up overhead or a cross up kill blast and into a conversion, allowing the setup mix anywhere in the screen, have provided you have an assist and you're safe. Or you can also bait out super dashes or like situation them by backdashing away from the opponent. The main use the medium dash will give you practically is like combo enders, because it gives sliding out on hit on contact, so like it will be mostly be your combo ender, and also the EX dive kick for extra damage after like converting with T blast, because it is really fast, so like you can to avoid hit stun and like dropping out of combos, you can use that to end your combos and gain sliding knockdown like the medium version. On to the last special of Blue Goku, that is the quarter cycle forward or quarter cycle back special, that is the instant transmission kick. He quarter cycle forward will make him so that he crosses up the opponent from anywhere from the screen. It tracks both vertically and horizontally. There's no issue with tracking. And quarter cycle backward will make it so that he appears in front of the opponent and then kicks them in the face. And both of these variants will give you a sliding knockdown on impact, and it's also +1 on block. Yeah, and actually take all other sliding knockdown, only vanish, all other smash property except vanish. So yeah, it's a really good tool to like avoid and punish stupid mistakes that opponents make, while it tracks both vertically and horizontally, but it still can be avoidable using super jump float. And super jump float will you can outmaneuver the instant transmission track by using super jump float by falling down faster or floating away and moving away from the point of impact, but it still has like really solid track. While this is a good move and it like allows you to punish opponent's mission like a bad beam or something else, but it is really easy also for you to for your opponents to punish this move, because a simple super dash is actually beats this move provided they do it in the current moment. But provided that they do it too late, you can actually snipe the super dash also. But there is as you could see, like you could escape it with super jump float, and also it's really and easily anti-rebel, like a simple 2-edge option will give the opponent anti-air properties, and they will be easily able to beat your instant transmission move. So be careful on how you use it, because it's really easy to punish this move. So with these specials done, I move on to Bluku's buttons and block strings. Bluku has like really good buttons, like he has all of the SSJ better buttons, like even the jab from the faster 2M, and even the heavies are the same. The 5H and 2H are both similar to Super Saiyan Goku, and he retains all of the better normals of Super Saiyan Goku. But with addition to that, he also has like some serious good buttons. He has two low 2Ls, like standard 2Ls, but they are low hitting. And as you can see, they are low hitting, and he also even has one low even in his auto combo. So, and that gives him so much stagger pressure and so much more stagger options. Like it's kind of crazy that he has so many tools like this, because with addition to his auto combo low and crouching 2M, he also has two crouch low hitting 2Ls, and that's so good. and then his medium button. Like this medium button actually reaches so far, like from starting position you can actually like keep an enemy in block stun. Like the hitbox is that big. It's such a good button to like uh, I mean put opponents in block stun like from far away. But he also has another special button, that is his 4M or back M, because the back M actually like has lower range, smaller range, but it has actually a better frame. As you can see, the M button is like -8 on block, so it's unsafe. But the 4M or the back M actually is only -2 on block, so that will keep you safe. Also while like allowing you to do more stagger pressures and like allowing you to move faster and even open up more option for staggers. Like it's a really good button. Like it's an alternate to like the medium, which is unsafe, and like allow you to set up some good stagger pressure, like going for double 2M or like again another M into 2 and then into 2M. Here are some of the examples like you can do with the 2M, because it's like -2, so you can see like I can go for stagger options. If an opponent has to press button, then they'll have to challenge me with a medium, and most mediums are not that fast, so like there's a high chance that I'm spaced out far from them and they cannot jab me there, and from there I can use my far-reaching button and then again pressure them with M and like get a good damage starter. And with Bluku's damage, it's a really bad thing to get hit by the M's. So that's a really good option that he has, option select. You should really consider it in using it in your game plan. And now I'll show you some of the two Blockstrings that Bluku has, like ending with the special and being safe with it. In both the example Blockstrings, you can end with either the shoulder tackle after 2H or the dive kick. Both of them are -2, and for some reason Bluku doesn't have any landing recovery in either of those. And because it's -2, you can easily move faster, start to move earlier, and then go for a 2M, a crouching L, or a cross up medium and into and mix the opponent. Like it's these Blockstrings are like so less negative that you can actually start to move earlier and then set up some kind of command grab or cross up or any other option. Like it's a really good thing. He's got the really good pressure option with we have with assets behind him. You can set a lot of stuff up. His air normals are exactly identical to SSG Goku's. All of the light, mediums, and both the heavy and the down heavy and heavies are exactly the same as SSG Goku. So you know their advantages, and they are like really good buttons for like jabbing super dashes or doing cross ups even with the light or even medium and stuff. Like it's really good. Like the air buttons are good enough, so you know this. You know their uses, and I'm gonna demonstrate a bit of why they are so hailed. Another thing I'm going to mention also in this blockchain and lecture section of Bluku's breakdown is his air key blast. This key blast is not really good for zoning, but this is a really good pressure tool because it carries the momentum of air dash, so you don't slow down while you input air dash like normal characters. So like you can also do fast cross ups with this key blast. Like those will hit really easily, and like it's like auto time, and they are really good and a really good option. But since they are key blasts, anything after a key blast can be reflected, so be aware of that while you're applying pressure or moving forward for offense while doing the dash key blast, so be careful. So onto his neutral. Blue Goku's neutral is kind of a miss for me because he still has like standard of like 6 key blasts on the ground, and like they are good Batistas. But the key blasts are good, but that's not the main issue. In this game, you know how good like jumping really is, and Bluku's air options are like really limited. He cannot like do any kind of safe options. He does not have that many safe options while he's moving around in the air to like snipe out super dashes. And also another peculiar thing about Bluku's the key blast special is that even though it carries momentum of air dash, but it does not retain any of the super jump properties. You cannot float or fall down faster after inputting the key blast in the air or like fall down faster. As soon as you input the key blast, it will like continue down its own momentum. You cannot alter your own momentum, falling or floating momentum. It's a peculiar thing that for some reason is limited to Bluku. Like other characters do not suffer from this. Even Vegeta, who's like who's like the most similar counterpart to Bluku, also super jump properties after his super jumps, and the angle of Ki Blast are like much more better than Bluku. Bluku's Ki Blast angle is much more steeper, and you have to like super jump to actually make the Ki Blast hit from full screen. But Vegeta does not suffer from these issues, and neither the super jump issue nor the Ki Blast angle issue. So that's one thing I find like kind of disheartening for Blue Goku, to be honest. But it's not all gloom and doom for Blue Goku, because even though his air options are limited, but his solo attack is only 9 frames, so it can be used to sniper super dash or move around, because it's like recovery isn't that bad and it's 9 frames, so it's like starts up really fast. And you can also do the stagger ki blast in the ground, like wait or super dashes, like throw one ki blast and then wait for them to super dash, and 2H because they'll go to the ki blast and then 2H immediately. You can do stuff like that. He has still the standard zoning. Place he lacks kind of hard is the air is in the air, but he's not all that bad when it comes to zoning. I'll demonstrate to you some examples of how you can use sniper super dashes, because Bluku can do it. Like he's not totally useless while he's in the air. He can sniper super dashes, and I mean he has options. Not that many, but they are hard options. You can react to super dash with the shoulder tackle. It's because it's 9 frame. You can do it almost. You can do it if you react immediately to super dash. And then there are but you can react with the shoulder tackle, because it has invincibility frames after like starts up after like 6 frames or something. So super dash will go through it, but you cannot really punish the super dash using that. But again, dive kick isn't that good an option, but you can jab super dashes because he has such good air normals, and that would be how you zone while you're floating or in the air. Like these are the most consistent options that I think Bluku has, but again, he I think does better when he's on the ground. Due to this such steep angle of the dive kick, it is very hard to like use it for to snipe or super dashes, unless you are like very high up. They are coming to you from a below. I mean, they are coming to you from below and like not on the same level super dash. You cannot really like sniper super dash with the dive kick, because they will get caught midway if they are like on your level because of the steep angle. But if they are coming in from the ground, then you can use it. But I think mostly the best use for the dive kick is to escape after an uptake in the corner, or mostly for combo extension and stuff. I don't Unlike Goku Black, whose dive kick is like really, what do you call that, really shallow angle. You can go in from a jump or like a super jump. So even if they super dash from you at the same height, you can still snipe out the super dash, and with the heavy option you can like convert meterlessly of it. So that's a good thing. The instant transmission again is not a really good tool to be used in zoning. It can be used to punish like wrong beats or like really open moves, but its tracking will not help you if they super dash or like do any kind of fast moving special like other character special. So be careful on how you zone or how you float around, and use the assist to cover ground options, cover air options and stuff. That would be the best approach to his neutral, I think. Onto the assist. Blue Goku actually got his assist revamped, and like his assist collections are now one of the better assist collections in the game. His A assist is the dive kick, and now it starts from mid screen, from full screen, and then and hence it will allow you to catch opponents while even if you're full screen away, because it starts on mid screen. And that is such a good change to his A assist, because it's now more viable. Before it would like start from your position and you wouldn't get a good angle or like even cover you, but now you can actually cover yourself while being from full screen. And another good property that he has is like it keeps the wall bounce. Before it didn't, but now it keeps the ground bounce. So now you can like easily extend combos and like go for other stuff, or even a finish combos giving extra damage while having sliding knockdowns, because that assist does give a bouncy sliding knockdown. So it's a really good assist now for both defensive purposes and also like combo extender. Like it is really used to really easy to use for combo extender and everything. So it's a really good assist now. Onto his BS, his BS is a light divine voice track. It is 29 frames. It's faster than the A assist, and but both the A and B assist both actually like have the same amount of block stun, the same amount as like 29 frames. 29 frames, and that's a classical beam block stun, and with AS being 35 frames and BS is being 25 frames, it's almost like a lariat assist, but it also retains the property of like key blast invincibility. So it's also a really good another assist collection that you might use for like to get into opponents, or if they to spam key blast a little bit too much, then the assist might also cover stuff for you. And it's also really easy to use as a combo extender assist as well. So it's another one of the good assists of Blue Goku. Onto Blue Goku 3 assist, it is a tracking 3 assist, because tracking 3 assist both vertically and horizontally, it will track anywhere to the screen. It is his ace transition move, the quadrilateral forward special, that is move. This will track anywhere. This will track the opponent anywhere on the screen, both horizontally and vertically. But this tracking can be avoided easily by doing super jump maneuvers. Its tracking isn't that tight, but still a tracking assist. So like it will give you good mileage, but as you can see, on times it is easy to avoid. It's not that hard to avoid. You can outmaneuver this assist, but I think the best, but I don't think this is the best C assist available in terms of tracking C assist. This one is a little bit hit or miss, but it's a C assist nonetheless, and you know the advantages and disadvantages of C assist. But and if it fits your playstyle, then definitely keep it in your team. So this concludes my Bluku breakdown. I'll be taking the back seat. My voice will be taking the back seat, and now I'll jump into the combo section. So hopefully you guys learned something and maybe enjoyed this character breakdown. And if you did, please leave a like, subscribe, and thank you so much for your time. Because these videos are kind of lengthy, but hopefully I helped you in some way. And so yeah, now enjoy the BNB section. I'll be going, and see you in the next video. And enjoy the BNB section. I love us.